Hello, my name's Jerry. I'm here to tell you a little bit about how to charge your Kodak playsport, specifically the Zx3 model. This model gets a lot of bad reviews online about the battery can't hold a charge, and there's a problem with the design, and the manufacturers don't know what they're doing. The problem is Kodak did actually file Chapter 13 right after creating this little gizmo. It's a beauty little gizmo, but getting information and such out of them has been a nightmare. And my camera here also decided to stop charging the battery, and I couldn't figure it out, and I gave up. Not long ago, I decided to break it back out because I'm going on an overseas trip, and I want to be able to take some underwater great photography. And the camera does take some seriously good photos, movies. So I broke it back out, and I started to charge it, and I used a very basic USB charger, and I plugged it in, and I got the very same results that people complained about, which was you plug it in, and the light comes on that says it's charging, yay, and then after about a minute that light goes off and it stops doing anything. So we have our device here, we've plugged it in, and if you'll note, when I push the button, it tries to power up. Oh, wrong one. Try it again. It tries to power up and immediately goes right back off. This is a sign that you're trickle charging, that it's not really charging, and the charge that it gets is very weak. And it took me forever to figure out. It looks like it's charging. The light says, "Hey, I'm charging," but it's not really. I mean, it's trickle charging. It would take it 6 to 8 hours to charge this way. So, out of dumb luck, I happened to plug it into the next night to my tablet charger, this big brick, and I plugged it in. I'm going to do the same thing here. Plug. Okay, click. Note, it comes on, powers up, tells me that it's charging, and stays on. This is how you know it's actually charging. When it's plugged in, the light's on, and it stays on. Alright, I'm going to turn it back off so that it will charge fully. Now it's rapid charging. This is actually charging. So what's the difference between the El Cheapo plug? What's the difference between the El Cheapo plug that we have here and the notebook brick that we have here? The difference is that notebooks require a lot more power to charge. Generally, a notebook takes anywhere from 1.5 to 2 amps to charge. A phone, like some of the newer model phones, also take much more to go. A standard PC port, if you just plug it into your PC, it only outputs, a standard USB only outputs 1 to 1.5 amps, which is sometimes enough to charge, but generally it's not, especially if you have a longer wire. The longer the wire, the lower the amperage that comes out the other end. Alright, so what's all this got to do with amps? Let me give you a quick demonstration. I don't know if you can see this. Let me adjust. There we go. So I have a little amp meter built into my phone. Awesome. And if we look at the El Cheapo plug, notice it's the one with the curly Q wire on it. Put my phone the right way. And I plug it in. You'll see this little cheapo thing with a basic short wire. This wire is actually, when you undo all the curly Qs, is still only 3 feet. So it's a short wire on a basic plug, or something that comes out of your PC basically, is 0.4 amps. I don't know if you can see that or not. I'll get a little closer. But yes, 0.4 amps, or 460 microamps. But you get the idea. Divide by 1,000, 0.4 amps, right? Okay, so let's look at the tablet brick. This tablet brick is plugged into the black wire. Black wire is also, I don't know if I can show you or not, it's also only 3 feet in length. It's a very tiny cable. And we'll give it a quick show here. Alright, refresh that. And you would see that we are running at maximum of almost 2 amps. That's the difference. The playsport requires 2 amps or around 2 amps to charge. Definitely under 1 amp it's not going to charge. It's just not going to be able to do it. There's not enough power to get all the way into the battery. So, how do you charge this? Well, one, you don't hook it up to your PC. You can't charge it on your PC. You need a wall charger of some sort. If you can't get one of these 2 amp tablet bricks, tablet chargers, one thing I would suggest is getting an actual wall charger. I got this off Amazon. Nope, my extra battery's still in it. This cost me a whopping $12, I think. So they're very, very inexpensive. It does come with a car charger plug. Several people on Amazon reported that this shorts out the first time you use it. It's not the world's best made thing, but as a wall charger, it works really well. I charged a fully drained battery in 45 minutes today, just to prove that it still worked. So this is a fully charged battery. It took it 45 minutes or so to do. Again, very inexpensive. I'd suggest that. If you find a 2 amp charger, this little gizmo should charge up just fine. It's not a design flaw. It's not a problem with your pins. So one post I noticed suggested that you get in here and dig around and alter the actual pins inside of here. Please do not do that. You will ruin your machine. And it really is a good camera. For what we paid for it, it does great. So, the long, short version, get a 2 amp plug, plug it in. You can tell that it's working by after you plug it in and you have a battery in place. You have to have the battery in. Once you have the battery in and you plug it in and you power it on, if it can power up, tell you that it's charging, and remain powered for more than 15-20 seconds, it's actually got enough juice to do everything it needs, and that means it really is charging. Turn it right back off. Notice the light stays on, which means it's charging and going, and you let it sit for the night, ready to go on your next camping trip, cycling adventure, hiking, fishing, swimming, whatever it is you're going to take your playsport to do, because it will do it. So I hope you've learned a little bit, and if you have any questions or comments, leave a note.